It was early one morning, just as the sun was rising, that Zanzibar and I had a very exciting adventure in a field. What do you think we did? It had nothing to do with horses, or cows, or pigs, or anything you think could live in a field. But it had everything to do with long, straight lines, and who can make them straightest of all. You see, we were coming back from a pickled pumpkin picnic, organized by Bruce and Fido. The pickled pumpkins were delicious, and Zanzibar and I were feeling rather full and happy as we circled around the sky. Suddenly, Zanzibar noticed something shiny down below. It glinted as the sun's light hit it and sent bright flashes into the sky. I wonder what's going on, I thought. Let's go and find out. I like to find out about things, don't you? Of course you do. So, down we flew, and were suddenly surrounded by big jolly people in blue jeans, wearing cowboy hats and baseball caps. They were watching one man on a big green machine making lines in the dirt. What on earth are they doing? I asked Zanz. It must be awfully boring, riding along making straight lines. And more than that, what? I continued. Why?
It must be the ploughing competition,
Zanzibar replied.
I heard about it at the picnic. One of the pumpkins told me he'd listened to Farmer Giles talking about it. And as nobody expects a pumpkin to be listening, he was able to hear every word.
Zanzibar explained that every year, all the farmers in the area get together to see who can make the straightest, neatest lines with their tractors. And there's a big gold cup for the winner. I thought that sounded fun and very easy, so I wanted to do it too. After all, I'm a witch, and I can do anything, right? Right. Excuse me, I asked a big strong man with a checked shirt and leather waistcoat. I'd like to have a go. The man looked at me very strangely.
Huh?
Who are you? He asked. I'm Heckerty, I said. I'm from Spellbound, and we don't have competitions like this, so I'd like to have a go. Oh, and I'm a witch. Said the man. I'm Farmer Giles, and we don't have many witches round here. But if you have a tractor, you can sign up and take part. Thank you, I said, thinking that I'd have to magic one. I sat down with Zanzibar and tried to figure out a spell for a tractor. Then I sent for my cauldron, which flew in and landed next to me. Scrunchadilliac, flunkady, make a tractor just for me. Hoof of cow and wing of vulture, wheat and barley, agriculture. Hoodly squatnik, kaboodlerai, horse's tail and eagle's eye. Then we need a metal grate to plough a furrow, make it straight. A comfy seat and a builder's pick. Add 4 wheels to an old broomstick. Fiery engine loud and strong. Put that in my tractor song. Scare a rabbit from its burrow while I try to plough a furrow. Lizard spit and a famous actor. The final ingredients for my tractor. The mixture in the cauldron splashed and bubbled, and a big green tractor rose slowly over the rim. Dratted tadpoles, I must have got something wrong. because what I was looking at didn't look like a tractor at all. More like a broomstick with the front of an old steam engine and on the back a pickaxe sticking out, and 4 wheels and a funny seat. Well, I said to Zanzibar, who was staring at me in shock, "No! We can only do what we can do." And with that, I went over to Farmer Giles and told him I was ready to enter the competition. How do you think I'm going to do? Do you think I'm going to do well? We'll have to see, won't we? There were 2 farmers in front of me waiting for their turn. First was Farmer Giles, who swung himself onto his big green tractor and set off down the field. It was perfect. The lines he ploughed were beautifully straight. He made it look so simple. Next was Farmer Jones. He set off on a huge red tractor, and he was doing almost as well as Farmer Giles when he hit a tree root and it made a wobble in his line. Then it was my turn. Zanzibar and I hopped onto the broomstick tractor and prepared to go in a straight line. But no matter how hard I tried, I could only go in circles. I tried to keep the wheel straight, but the harder I worked, the tighter my circle got.
The other way! The other way!
Zanzibar yelled at me. I heard Zanzibar yelling at me to turn the other way. So I turned the wheel the other way. And wouldn't you know, the same thing happened on the other side. Big circles that got smaller and smaller until I could only just turn my magic ploughing machine around. I returned to the starting line, feeling very foolish. Everyone was staring at me and laughing. I wanted to run away and hide. But Zanzibar said no. We had to stay till the end to see who won. The time for the prizes arrived, and there was the big gold cup shining in the sun. The judge announced that this year's winner was Farmer Giles, of course. And everyone clapped as he went to get his prize. But just as we were getting ready to leave, the judge called, "Wait!" So we all waited. "This year," the judge said, "we had a very special competitor. At the last minute, Witch Heckerty entered the competition. And even though she'd never done this before, I'm sure you'll all agree she made some wonderful patterns in the soil. So, Witch Heckerty," he said with a flourish, "we have a special cup just for you. Congratulations on being so clever and creative." And indeed, it was special. They gave me a wonderful mug with drawings and pictures of ploughs and other farm equipment all over it. I wrapped it up carefully as I climbed back on my broomstick. I waved happily to the crowd, and then we turned upside down and flew home. Hello, everyone. Heckerty and Zanzibar are very excited. They're taking part in the tractor ploughing competition. Let's play a game. Can you tell me how many farm animals are in the picture? Point to each one and say its number. Let's see how you do.
1, 2, 3.
There are 3 farm animals in the picture. Did you find them all? Of course you did. Well done. Look at these lovely pieces of pickled pumpkin in the jar. Let's put some in a bowl. How many pieces can you see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's right. There are 6 pieces of pickled pumpkin in the bowl. Did you count them all? I'll bet you did. Fantastic. Flying across the fields, Heckerty and Zanzibar were high above the clouds. Now, how many clouds did they fly over? Poor Zanzibar looks like he's about to fall off the broomstick, doesn't he? Did I hear you say 4 clouds?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I did. And you're right. They flew over 4 clouds. Marvelous. Heckerty and Zanzibar joined a group of people watching the competition. Funny, almost everyone has a hat. Can you tell me how many hats there are? Point to each one in turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And yes, including Heckerty and Zanzibar's hats, there are 6 hats in the picture. You are clever. Zanzibar loves tractors. He can watch them going past all day. How many tractors are there in this last picture? Can you count them all?
1, 2, 3.
Yes, there are 3 tractors. You are really good at this, aren't you? Hello, everyone. Early one morning, Zanzibar and I were flying home over some fields. There's one difference between these 2 pictures. Can you find it? I'll give you some time to try to find it. Time's up. Did you find the difference? Point to where the difference is. Here it is. Did you get it right? Well done. When the weather's good, Zanzibar and I love to go flying on my broomstick. See, here we are. There are 2 differences in these pictures. Can you find both of them? I'll give you some time to try to find them. Time's up. Did you find the differences? Point to where each one is. Here is the first difference. And here is the second. Did you find both of them? Well done. We flew down and joined the crowd watching the competition. This time there are 3 differences. I'll give you longer this time. Time's up. Did you find the differences? Point to where each one is. Here is the first difference. Here is the second. And here is the third. Did you find all of them? Well done. Zanzibar loves tractors, and we stood watching them until it was my turn to take part. In this picture, there are 4 differences. Can you find all of them? I'll give you even more time to find them. Time's up. Did you find the differences? Point to where each one is. Here is the first. And here is the second. Here is the third. And here is the fourth. Did you find all of them? Well done. It was early one morning, just as the sun was rising, that Zanzibar and I had a very exciting adventure in a field. As we look at the field, I'm thinking about a colour that begins with the letter Y.
Why?
Can you see the colour I'm thinking of? I'll give you a moment to find it. I was thinking about the yellow sun. Did you see it too? Well done. Now try to think of something in your own room that starts with Y. Let's try more pages from the Heckerty and the Tractor story. I wanted to enter the tractor competition, so I sat down with Zanzibar and tried to figure out a spell to make a tractor. Here you can see the parts we will need for our tractor. One of the parts starts with the letter S.
S.
I think you'll get this one easily. That's right. It's the seat that starts with an S. Great job. What do you see in your own room that starts with S? So now that I've used a spell to make our tractor, here we are giving it a test drive. Let's try to find another part of the tractor. This time, look for something that starts with W.
W.
I'll give you a clue. There are 4 of them. Yes, it's the wheels. Oh, what's that in my hand, you say? Of course, it's the steering wheel. Extra bonus for you if you got that too. So there are really 5 wheels. Try to think of something in your own room that starts with a W. The time for the awards arrived, and there was the big gold cup shining in the sun. In this picture, there are 2 things that start with the letter P.
P.
I'll give you some time to think about them. I'm sure you thought about the pig for the first one, but did you know that the gold cup is a prize? Well done if you got both of them. Have you won a prize for anything? I'd love to hear about it. You know, I didn't win the tractor competition, but I was given a special prize by the judge. He announced, "Congratulations on being so clever and creative," and then gave me something that starts with M.
M.
Can you tell me what it is? I'm sure you can. Yes, they gave me a wonderful mug with drawings and pictures of farm machines on it. I was very happy. Do you have any farm equipment in your room? Anything that starts with M? That was the last letter for now. Do come back to play with me again soon. We're going to play a game where you have to remember what I show you, and I will ask you questions. Here you can see how much Zanzibar likes watching the tractors go by. Let's watch with him. That was fun. Now, can you remember what colours the 3 tractors were? They were among these colours.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Now think about the colours. Is one of them red? Let's take a look.
Red.
Yes! One of the tractors was red. What about the next one?
Green.
That's right! There was a green tractor. One more to go. Can you remember the colour? I think you can. It was yellow, wasn't it?
Yellow.
Bravo! Well done. Heckerty starts to talk to someone about taking part in the tractor driving competition. Excuse me, I asked a big strong man with a checked shirt and leather waistcoat. I'd like to have a go. He is a big strong man, isn't he? Can you remember what his shirt was like? Try to remember what Heckerty said when she met the man. His shirt was either plain or has spots on it. It's checked or it's striped. Can you picture how he looked? Yes, that's right. Heckerty said he was a big, strong man with a checked shirt. Did you get it right? Terrific! Heckerty needs to magic a tractor to use in the competition. Here we see her adding ingredients to the spell. Watch very carefully. Horse's tail and eagle's eye. Then we need a metal grate to plough a furrow. Make it straight. A comfy seat and a builder's pick. Add 4 wheels to an old broomstick. Now, can you think of which ingredient begins with the letter E? I'll give you a moment to try to remember. Here are the objects again. See if you can spot the one that begins with E. Yes, that's right, it was Eagle's Eye. Well done. Here are Heckerty and Zanzibar on their new tractor. As we watch them drive by, I will say a letter, and you have to point to the right object. For example, if I said Z, you would point to Zanzibar. Here we go. H. Yes, it's Heckerty. W. That's right, it's the wheels. P. It's the pickaxe. S. That was a harder one. I was thinking about the steam engine. How did you get on? Did you find them all? Fantastic! Love from Heckerty.